wonder you couldn't hear me. Is that your new tape? Star-Lord. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the space riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your space rider certainly got his hands full. Pretty far out.
Nobody says far out anymore, Ma. Ma!
What?
Nobody says far out anymore.
Oh, well, your mom does. Maybe we should see if we could get tickets to see them live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your mom may not look it, but I was quite the rocker when I was your age. Your father and I would just lie on the hood of my old Chevy and listen to Black Sabbath and...
You like Black Sabbath?
Like I said, your mom's cooler than you think. Oh, we'd look up at the stars and he'd tell me all about the places he'd been.
Mom?
How about some cake, huh?
Yeah, I'll be up in a sec.
You said that 15 minutes ago. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat that whole cake myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Hey, watch the hair.
Oh! Peter! We've talked about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
More like an action landmine. Stab your foot. I will.
He doesn't even... Never mind.
13 whole years. Look at you. Where does time go?
I'll be up in a sec, I promise.
Right.
Gypsy woman said, she said, boy, your time grows near. You can't run forever, gotta stand and face your fear. If push comes to shove, we'll bring hell down from above. Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go?
Might as well just peel the stickers off and put them in the right spot.
Don't give a damn.
Fingers are still cramped from trying to bookmark pages. I know it's not how you're supposed to play, but I'm tired of dying everywhere. Love to be able to ride one of those light cycles. Ooh. Can't believe I caught this. That maiden show was awesome. The movie was okay. The soundtrack really kicked butt. Keep hitting those dingers, George. You'll make it in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give a damn. This is our time to go from zero to hero. Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go? We'll make our stand. Don't give a damn.
Oh man, I can't wait to play this. Maybe I can convince Annie to buy it with his paper out money. This will be worth hundreds of dollars someday. I gotta beat Janie's high score. This is embarrassing. Oh man, traveling through space must be amazing. It's pretty crazy that all that destruction started from one little mistake. 3 natural ones in a row last game? Some barn I turned out to be. Need to build up my calluses.
Peter Quill. Peter Quill, wake up.
Holy crap, Drax. You gotta stop doing this, man. It's weird.
We are approaching the quarantine zone.
How long was I out for?
15,338 ticks.
That's very specific.
The betrayer is ready to begin her mission. She has requested your presence in the cockpit.
Gamora's on our side, Drax.
She is the spawn of my sworn enemy, a murderess and a traitor. I do not trust her.
Well, try. We're supposed to be a team.
I make no promises.
Oh, it ain't just a junkyard. The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic war debris in the known universe. Just think of all the tech we can find. Hey, it's only illegal if Nova Corps finds us inside, which they won't.
Groot's right to be nervous, Rocket. Don't underestimate the Nova Corps.
Oh, come on. Am I the only one who ain't scared of the galactic police?
They've got the numbers on us.
But they ain't got the brains. Ha! Sure takes a genius to catch my ship.
My ship!
Who said that? Quill!
Not so sure about tooth cleaning tablets. Manual brushing is where it's at.
Ah, there you are, Quill. Tell Groot to stop worrying about getting arrested.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just the right level of confident.
Arrested? If they catch us, they'll shoot us on spot. Out here, on the frontier, cops don't have time to arrest people.
Relax, bud. Nova Corps ain't the type to shoot first. Arresting folks is their whole thing. That and silly helmets.
Nice!
Morgoth, be with you.
Hey, Morgoth yourself. I am Groot. Morgoth is a politeness thing? Catathian customs don't make no sense to me, bud.
Nice. Rocket finally cleaned up the fur balls.
You're welcome!
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists used these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of...
Good ceremony to the bastards who built it. Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk and a few bad memories.
How many of you super soldiers were...
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What, a raccoon?
Or not a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of him, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line, that I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Ah, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, it's just a reminder.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real. Almost 20 years, and those tracks are still fire. Wish you were here, Mom.
Rocket! Did you bring back the docking chips you took from the alignment console?
I'll do it as soon as I reconfigure them!
You better not try to sell them off!
Not like I'd make
Hey,
any
Bluebird, you copy?
so cheap they couldn't align
I know you think I sold you out, and...
Who's Bluebird?
Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a Bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravagers space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Shatari have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket-load of units, too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. The Ravagers had a simple code.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Shatari transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many Resistance ships, until a Shatari cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Shatari Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
He's only been here a few months, but her room's already decked out.
Peter Quill, we must soon discuss the status of my official team membership badge.
Drax! Once again, there is no official badge!
Nice gizmos, Rock.
I'm calling him. Assuming these.
How's that?
Go.
Stop this ruckus at once!
And then the monster comes a-running out of its hole.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, all my intel came from your source.
My source? Air elusive.
With no physical description to go by.
What do you think elusive means?
It don't matter what the monster looks like. As long as it's got ears, you could be sure my thumpers are gonna drive it right into our arms.
This moment of quiet reminds me of the legendary siege of Seknov 7.
Oh, not again.
It is said that Lady Hellbender held her breath through 10 moons while riding across the stars on the back of a great horned beast. And when she arrived...
she exhaled, and the wind blew away the Shatari.
No wonder Rocket's the way he is.
Oh yeah, you remember that dealer who asked about the emitters? After you left, he leans over to me and he says, what do you need these for then? Yeah, like I'm turning the Milano into a dance club or something.
Please refrain from creating this club of dance.
Yeah, we all know how you feel about dancing.
Well, what was I supposed to tell him? I need them to build some ultrasonic lures so my team...
Drax! About Gamora.
In this not wait, Peter Quill. I am readying my body for battle.
You know we're supposed to capture this monster, right? Not